Come out of the box. Get yourself out the box.
Hey YouTube, cheers. Welcome to the Basement Debate, YouTube's best hip hop debate show. I'm your host, Sonya Coore, and joining us tonight, again as usual, two of the baddest in the hip hop debate game, Josh with All G's React and Bruce Lively. What's up, guys?
Yay! We here, man. We here. Getting ready to get this debate on the road.
We here. We live, baby.
All right. But before we get started, Bruce, you want to give some shout outs to the awesome fans?
Oh, yes. Real quick, we got Pretty Boy Justin. He left a shout out on one of the old shows, and you guys can read it right here. JSB was here. He left a shout out talking about the conscious rappers. We had another show about that, and he had some pretty good insight on it. You guys can read that right there. JSB was here. Appreciate that. VII 100. I guess that's 700. He actually had something really cool to say. He said, I can relate to Dave East and Mick Jenkins too, but Mick is better than Dave at lyricism, and Dave is better than Mick at storytelling. That was kind of the best way I've heard anybody say that. So, yeah, appreciate you, 700. Anyway, that's the shout outs for today. If you leave a shout out, if I didn't get to you, it's because you left it too recently, but we're gonna get to it. Keep leaving comments.
All right. Awesome. Well, tonight, guys, we got a good one for you. We're going to be discussing Daylyt, the hip hop battle between Daylyt and Tay Rock. We also have some awesome clips, and you can check us out on Patreon for the full battle. So, without further ado,
let them know the full
ready to get started.
Ready to get started, but check it out. We want them to know the full battle between Sue Surf and Loaded Lux is actually free right now on our Patreon page. You don't have to become a patron. You can just go there and see it.
All right. First question for tonight, guys. Lupe Fiasco said he is a better lyricist than Kendrick Lamar. Which one is the better lyricist and why?
Okay.
Bruce Lively, you want to take it first?
Yeah, I'll take it. Listen, this is the key. I think that this is what happens to all old rappers.
Damn!
This happens to all old rappers, man. All old rappers. What the deal is, what Lupe does not understand is Kendrick is the new Lupe. Kendrick is the new Lupe. The alternative kid growing up in a gangster city, right? Lupe from Chicago talking about kicking skateboards on his first album. Always willing to go in depth politically, always doing something other than what's happening in his city, which is what makes them stand out when you come from that type of city. Lupe is super lyrical, but Kendrick is better because he's the new version. He's learned from the forefathers, if you will. You got to give that up, Lupe. It's okay. It's okay. You got to give that up, bruh. Lupe is the old one, Kendrick is the new one. Same background, same type of style, alternative music, alternative beats, talking about alternative subjects, coming from a gangster city. That's exactly what Kendrick is. And he's just stepped it up. He's just taking it to the new age. I'm sorry, Lupe. That's just the case, man. And all old rappers have the same idea. You know, oh man, I can wrap circles around this one. It's like, nah, bro. 10, 15 years ago, maybe. Like, he took what you did and made it better. Now, I will say this. Lupe's a better storyteller. Lupe's a better storyteller. In all of his albums, Lupe is a better storyteller. He's a better storyteller. But lyrically speaking, man, Kendrick took the mantle. It's okay, Lupe. you're old. I'm still waiting for another album from
Oh
John?
man. Oh, here we go.
you.
It's actually funny because we have the opposite viewpoint to where
It's
I
debate.
believe Lupe is a better lyricist. I actually believe that Kendrick is a better storyteller. So I'll break it down in a sense of like this, as someone who's listened to both their music. Lupe was saying that he's a better lyricist. Kendrick Lamar is a better artist. Okay, so he's incorporating the whole of everything that Kendrick Lamar does, not just the lyricism in the music, which I completely agree with that. Because I can sit back and digest myself a nice Kendrick Lamar album, nice Kendrick Lamar song, understand where he's coming from. I get it. I get the pictures he's trying to paint. I've been like this on my phone trying to Google what Lupe Fiasco is talking about because he gets that in depth and how much he wants to use his lyricism. He puts you in a school book for you to be like, man, what is this? What is this song even talking about? To where Kendrick Lamar is able to bring some good lyricism, but he makes it digestible for you. You know what I'm saying? He wants you to be able to enjoy this. He's not, some of these super rappers, Lupe Fiasco, Asap Rock, all these type of guys, they set markers for themselves to do stuff with their songs that ain't no rapper that's trying to get you to actually listen to their music is going to actually do. Like not using the same word more than once. You know what I'm saying? So there's those type of things like that. They're trying to defeat themselves in a song that they just letting you listen to, basically. They trying to achieve goals. So for me, I see it actually the opposite way. I see it to where he is a better lyricist, but to me, Kendrick's a way better storyteller.
Nah, listen. The album I was talking about is called The Cool. The Cool is not just a bunch of songs that tell good stories. It's an album that tells a story from song 1 to the end. Lupe tells better stories from beginning. They have a beginning, middle, and end. They have the moral of the story. They have denouements, the ending that leads into something else. Lupe tells these stories, and all you have to do is listen to the album, The Cool. It is a story in 15 songs, an entire story. And the characters, he plays all the characters in the story while he's rapping. Kendrick doesn't do that. Kendrick does not do that. He does not play different characters in the stories. And if he does once on this song or once on this album, fine. He's a rapper. He can do a lot of things, but that's not what he does. Food and Liquor, right? It was a story. Even Kick Push was a story from beginning to end, the raising of into the man he became. So I don't know how you could say Kendrick tells better stories, but just because you don't understand something, to your second point, doesn't mean it's great lyrics. Man, that's not the same thing. Lupe can go over your head, but there's also when you're listening to Kendrick and he's in his last album, Damn, when he starts talking about the Israelites and a whole lot of other things that could easily go over people's head, you got to study too. So I don't accept that. Lupe was dope. Period.
I think you're equating some of his older albums. I don't think you're up to date on what you're talking about. I'm talking about stuff like
Laser.
Joe Grass Wave. I'm way beyond that, to where he's talking about the story of the Long Chain, which is the black people that fell out of slave boats that live in the bottom of the sea and stuff like that. And he gets into that type of stuff, that type of deepness, to where if you are not learned, you don't know what he's talking about. In fact, one of his bars that he puts out there is, if you want to be a Lupe fan, go to Harvard. That's what he says. so he's letting you know from jump that you're not going to be able to digest everything. Now, if we want to say, yeah, but the Black Israelite thing, it's kind of known. I mean, they all over the web and stuff like that. So for me, it's, if you just kind of not paying attention to social structures within Black communities, yeah, Kendrick Lamar can go over your head. But if you a guy who picked up a couple of books, he's not gonna just come out there and just totally take you somewhere that you ain't never been before, because that's not how he raps. Well, that's not what he's trying to do.
Okay, I would say this. I'm going back to the point that lyricism doesn't mean that you can't understand it. Langston Hughes was the soul of brevity. Langston Hughes showed you that if you can say it better in 3 words, I don't need 45 words. It's called wit. Right? Brevity is the soul of wit. And so to say he's a better lyricist because he can talk about guys that fell in the sea or things you need to learn, that's why he might be a good history teacher, but a good lyricist knows how to use his words to evoke emotion. That lyricism in music is that's what it's about. It's musical lines that evoke emotion, that make you feel, right? And so,
is it just that, or is it the total connection? Is it the total connection that we have with how these words evoke feelings, or how they connect, or how verse 1 to verse 2 connect, and so forth and so on? Because that's what we got it. That's how you got to look at it. You got to look at it from that standpoint. We like to say who's the best rhymer, who's the best lyricist, but until we have category A, B, C, D, E, F, G saying that this is what puts you there, but say just because Tupac could say about a bar and a half to make you feel something, does that make him a better lyricist than Kendrick Lamar?
Well,
or Lupe Fiasco?
How did he use his similes? How did he use his verbs? This goes on and on and on. To me, let's put some categories in. How many double, triple entendres you got with your lyricism? How you using your words? How your syllables? If we get into that category, we may have an actual list of who is actually dope and who's actually kind of simple with what they do.
So, all right. Can I ask you guys something? Yeah. Would the better lyricists also have to have like an element of relatability to his fans?
I kind of figured that was the invoking of the song in general, which is why I say that Kendrick Lamar sits in that category, because he can make you understand about how he's getting set up by these girls when he's just trying to smash, you know what I'm saying? And those type of things, to where you can be like, and him just being that type of guy who's not trying to be about that life of these type of things that's happening. I feel like that goes along with being the better artist, which is what Lupe said he was. So that's just me though.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really think it has anything to do with fan relatability, but it is a marker. Like, if your fans don't get you, that means there's probably something wrong with your lyrics.
Then they wouldn't be a fan.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's simple. That's simple how it goes.
But we have to agree to disagree. I'll just take the W on that one, man. It's definitely Kendrick is the new Lupe, man. Just get over it. Lupe. Get over it, Lupe. It's okay.
No, the internet agrees with me. I've been in the comment sections.
Well,
we winning.
The internet also thinks that Tupac is one of the best of all time, and to me, he's somewhere. You
know,
not to say he didn't mean a lot to his fans, but come on.
Well,
how many times?
Say that in the wrong place. Say that in the wrong place to see what happens.
How many times you gonna say Hennessy in a verse and call yourself a lyricist?
I'm just saying, say that in the wrong place and see if he wasn't right.
Oh man. Unbelievable.
All right, well, I'm sure you guys we could talk about this for a long time, but we're going to go ahead and move on to the next question of the evening.
Let's do it.
Daylyt returned to URL after years of doing every other league and even the TV show Slaughterhouse. Did he prove he belongs on the biggest stage in battle hip hop after the battle with Tay Rock?
You know my motto, no matter how on earth get I earth shit, I'm going straight to the core to take rock soul. Permanent flexion, dome split, firmament exit, protect you sheeple and piece of grid. We equal shit. This shit finna be a piece of cake, pizza cake. Y'all should have known I'd eat the kid. Hillary, you feeling me?
Boy. I don't look. I'm gonna take a different approach because Daylyt's not one of them type of people that belong. He works not to belong. Daylyt came there to behead. He came there to crush and to destroy. He said, I see your league, and I'm just going to smash it all the way down. And I'm going to start with this guy right here. That's what he went in there to do. Now, Smack going to have to shuffle some cards, start pulling some different people, something, because that's what he went there to do. I actually kind of feel like this was set up by Daylyt and Lux, because we discussed Lux, for them to actually do this in both their rap battles. Is to destroy, to bring down what you think you have as the top and as the best.
I'll tell you what, I'll let you continue. This clip you're about to see right here, this is Daylyt actually talking about that right there.
People are most definitely going to be asking, who's better?
Yeah.
Don't separate me and Lux at this event. Kind of put me and Lux on teams. Like, I think we got a mission to get gun titles up out of here.
Where he's saying he believes it was almost a tag team, him and Lux, versus gun titles, which is Sue Surf and Tay Rock. Go ahead. I'm sure they've seen the clip now. Continue.
So, all right. So, I'm not gonna take anything away from Tay Rock because Tay Rock has some bars in there, but I think his approach of what he did with that was something that I've seen too many people try to do against Daylyt. We're going to talk about your Vlad interview. We're going to talk about how you took a picture in a dress or whatever, stuff like that. And you don't do that with somebody who's ready for it.
Watch your fag mouth. You talked about being at a celebrity house with your ass out right there on Vlad's couch.
Crips don't allow that type of shit at the function. You said you want to fuck Diddy, which is disgusting.
If Diddy seen that interview, from the game, you instantly blackballed.
He don't care about that. He just care about Diddy black balls. Look.
Who's had all these battles
Who
to
does
sharpen
that
what
on
he's
purpose?
doing.
So
who does it
about it. He
on purpose. You don't do it. So I felt like
friggin'
he didn't come there. He didn't come to Smack to say, I belong here. He came here to dismantle what Smack thought they had as the best. That's all I got.
Definitely rose-colored glasses there, buddy. Let's be honest. At the end of the whole thing, when they were tallying up the points, and they got this new thing now on Smack where you can like say who won, and like they roll it up on the screen. You can type it in or whatever it is. And of course, Daylyt won. But during that, what were Daylyt's exact words? The only battle league that matters is URL, and I feel like I'm home now. So you lost. I'm sorry, Josh. That one is indisputable. He came to belong because he said he was home. He said I belong here. So let's just get that myth.
Okay, yeah, I'll take it. But I mean, yeah, for sure.
Let's get that myth.
For sure.
Daylight's own words. Now,
some people don't know Daylyt, but that's all right. Let's go. Let's go.
So number 2, I agree with you. He is a genius. He is also a square, and he's Aki. And on most of his days, I find him annoying. But his lyrics are well written, well rehearsed, and his experience in the ring is on par with anybody in URL, in King of the Dot, in KMFD, whatever that is. No matter what, in all of the European leagues, there's nobody with more stage presence and experience than him. What did he do? He baited everybody for 2 years talking about he's going to be sucking D, and he took pictures in a dress, and he had the thing with Vlad, just so that when he gets to Tay-Rock, he knows Tay-Rock is going to say that. And he has an entire 5-minute verse based on the fact he knew you were going to say that. He baited you for 2 years and smashed you at your own game.
Then a picture message pop up. Oh man, it was all man. Nuts. Literally. Everywhere. Straight drenched. It all makes sense. This explains why you never had none of the bitches at the kickback.
Then the next battle, you got on stage and said, niggas be sleeping on you. Oh, you really meant that.
The next bar gonna have all of y'all saying, stop, whoa, cave gang. Cave gang. Cave gang. A bunch of niggas in rock hole.
It all makes sense.
It was genius. It was genius. And yes, he belongs. No, he doesn't come there to dismantle. He came there to belong to the best of battle league that we all know, the one that matters. All the rest of them are come-ups, man. All the rest of them still coming up. Even Arsenal. Arsenal got his own league now. And it's cool. But even then, Arsenal found himself back when he wanted to battle Cassidy. When he wanted to battle Cassidy. He's not going to do that. Arsenal got his own battle league. And he could not battle Cassidy on his own battle league. He had to go to URL. So yes, it matters. Yes, it's the best. Yes, he wants to belong. And the only reason why he didn't belong was because he got kicked out the last time he had a battle on URL because he went crazy and started smacking people and tore up the bar, and URL said, don't come back. That's the only reason why he wasn't there. It does matter, Josh. Stop playing with these folks, telling these people lies.
Nah, we'll see. Some of us do not know. Some of us don't know Daylyt. Daylyt has said some things and flipped those things around to be used for other things. Let me tell you something. I feel like he came here to dismantle, to destroy, to show. And even if he does do more battles there, he just showed you.
Well, yeah, everybody's idea is to dismantle everybody. Your idea is to win, right? But it's not
to win, but I'm talking about to say, you know, Smack, y'all have propped this person up to be one of your best, right? Because yeah, you can go into a battle and you want to destroy your opponent for sure. But you're saying that here it is. I'm crushing all that. That means everybody that's beneath him don't really matter.
But every battler does that. All of them do that. You're there to win. You want the best. You want to fight the best and you want to win. Listen, when he shouted out in the middle of his verse versus Tay-Rock, he looked at the camera and was like, and I'm coming for you next.
They said I wouldn't kill him with nursery rhymes.
It's rockabye, baby.
I'm too gritty. I am the punchline god.
Big piece. That's for you, Nitty.
It's not to dismantle it. It's to prove that he belongs there. It's to prove that he belongs there. And there was another mention by Tay-Rock in his second verse where he was like, yo, black lives don't matter in King of the Dot. That's white owned stuff. You want to come to the black owned stuff right here.
You'll see shells around Lighthouse. Thought you'd be the champ at King of the Dot. I have high doubts.
Nigga, black lives do not matter in that White House. You was better off. You was better off.
And he basically I don't agree with that. I mean, hip hop is for everybody. We started it, but it's for everybody. But I think it was just a bunch of mentioning that if you want to be on this stage, you have to be of a certain caliber, and you've got to come through the ranks.
Time will tell the truth, bro. Time will tell. When it comes to Daylyt, always remember, time will tell.
True, very true. Very true. Tomorrow he might do something else stupid.
Yep.
Now you know he's just baiting somebody else. Every time he does. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I hate to stop you guys, but we're out of time.
Oh man.
No, man, it's a great show. This is a great one. I like this.
Once again, it was a great hip hop debate show. I hate to end it, but hey, gotta do it. Yeah. So you two, make sure you hit the bell notification. Make sure you like the video and make sure you share it. And come back and join us for the next debate.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Peace out. I'll take my W's and go home, man.
No, you wait, holding that L on that Kendrick Lamar topic.
Oh, man, you know what? Y'all need to comment.
I'm going to mail you one. I'm going to mail you an L just so you can have it. Post it right back there with that flag.
Oh man. This is sacrilege. I'm listening. I don't have to listen to this. I'm ending the meeting. Bye.
Yeah, see y'all later.
Peace.